Top 10 Best Spy Planes in the World. Hello lovely YouTube family, welcome back to 10 Focus. In today's video, we are going to talk about top 10 best spy planes in the world. Before we start, hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. 10. Convair B-36 RB-36D Peacemaker. The B-36 strategic bomber was not only the largest primary nuclear weapons delivery aircraft of the USAF in the 50s, but the reconnaissance version, the RB-36D, was smart as well. It could carry 23 cameras and a small darkroom where a photo technician developed the film. 9. North American B-45 RB-45C Tornado. The RB-45C was the spying version of the B-45, the first jet-powered U.S. bomber. This four-jet engine beast carried 12 cameras and penetrated several enemy territories, North Korea, Eastern Europe, in the mid-1950s. 8. U-2 Dragon Lady. In the early 1950s, at the peak of the Cold War, the CIA began a covert effort to develop a reconnaissance plane that could reach an altitude of 70,000 feet, high enough to avoid detection by Soviet radar. The result, developed under the code name Project Aquatone, was the U-2, the single-engine aircraft with glider-like wings designed by Clarence Kelly Johnson, founder of Lockheed Martin's Advanced Development Projects Division, better known as Skunk Works. Lockheed built the plane at Skunk Works headquarters in Burbank, California in just 8 months, then sent it for testing at Area 51, which Johnson nicknamed Paradise Ranch. 7. Lockheed U-2. The U-2 is a legend. It has delivered high-altitude, all-weather surveillance day and night for more than 50 years as the primary strategic reconnaissance aircraft of the USAF. 6. A-12 Oxcart and SR-71 Blackbird. Launched in 1957, Project Oxcart produced two of the fastest, high-flying aircraft in U.S. history, the one-seat Archangel 12 and the two-seat SR-71 Blackbird. The A-12 had two jet engines along the fuselage and a distinctive Cobra-like appearance. The first completed A-12 arrived at Area 51 in February 1962, after being disassembled in Burbank and transported to Nevada in a specially designed trailer that cost almost $100,000. To keep the A-12's existence secret, the CIA briefed the head of the FAA, who made sure air traffic controllers were told to submit written reports of unusually fast, high-flying planes rather than mention such sightings over the radio. 5. Grumman OV-1D RV-1D Mohawk. This observation aircraft was designed in the late 1950s as a dedicated reconnaissance plane, equipped with a Motorola APS-94F SLAR radar with a range of over 60 miles. 4. Boeing E-3 Sentry. The U.S. Air Force handout photo shows an E-3 Sentry airborne warning and control system in flight. The E-3 Sentry is a modified Boeing 707-320 with a large radar dome used for air and ground surveillance. 3. Soviet MiG-21. In addition to testing new aircraft technologies, Area 51 was also used to study foreign warplanes that the U.S. government obtained covertly during the Cold War. In the late 1960s, according to now declassified CIA documents, the Air Force obtained Fishbed E, a Soviet MiG-21 jet fighter that was loaned to the U.S. after an Iraqi pilot used it to defect to Israel. Under the program codenamed Have Donut, Area 51 personnel inspected and reverse-engineered the Mach 2 fighter to learn how it performed and compare it to select U.S. fighter planes. Over 40 days in 1968, U.S. pilots flew the MiG in 102 test flights, logging 77 hours of total flying time. They found that while the Soviet plane was slower than American planes like the F-5 and F-105, it had a tighter turning radius than any of them. This finding led analysts to warn U.S. pilots to avoid prolonged maneuvering engagements or dogfighting. 2. F-117 Nighthawk. In the 1970s, Area 51 saw the development of the nation's first stealth bomber, the F-117 Nighthawk, designed by Lockheed's Skunk Works and developed under the codename Have Blue. With a faceted diamond-like surface designed to reflect and disrupt radar beams, the F-117 could be mistaken for the boomerang-shaped UFOs that had been a fixture in the public imagination as far back as the 1940s. 1. Boeing YF-118G. Bird of Prey. In the 1990s, Boeing developed its top-secret aircraft, the Bird of Prey, in a project managed by the Air Force at Area 51. A research and development aircraft that was never intended for production, the Hawk-like YF-118G was named for its resemblance to the battlecruiser used by the Klingons in the 1984 movie Star Trek III: Search for Spock. Its purpose was to test different aircraft technologies and ways to make planes less visible and detectable by radar. That's all for today. I hope you liked the video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so that you never miss any amazing video from us.